Okay, so there used to be a time when people would come to this land, the Americas, somehow attain a home, and most importantly, though, start a business. And I keep hearing online, I keep hearing on the TV about how people are losing their jobs. There's not enough jobs. Everyone's applying, but no one is hiring. I keep hearing things like that. And again, I'm taken back. I'm not a history major or anything, but I'm taken back to a time when people would come with nothing, grab a little job, but ultimately create their own jobs. And of course, the most popular jobs at the time, the most popular business to start was a food company, a food business, a mom and pop store selling breads, cookies, pies, and other kinds of pastries. Or you can get into a life of carpentry, selling furniture and other goods that you find in the home. You also had the cobbler, an individual who specialized in shoe making and repair. All those elements were things that an individual would do, a family would do, right? And so I say all that to say that we are now in a day and age where technology is reigning supreme right now. And as I do my last little trek to my job, I think of that aspect. What can I make in the digital realm that's going to make me some money? Okay, because they gave us AI. They gave us AI so that you and I, the common guy, can be able to fly. Now, not necessarily fly, I like to rhyme sometime, but nonetheless, be able to create the differing avenues of revenue to allow you and I to be living more comfortably. Now, this does mean that maybe you might have to create 100 different applications. You may have to get into marketing. You may have to get into, having a marketing budget, right? But this is the best, this is the biggest, this is the boldest opportunity. And I mean, my ultimate goal, right, is to have it to where, I have enough applications that I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable. Every bill is paid on time. Every hurt is ailed thanks to me having the resources to provide for the individuals in need, both family and friend. And I feel like with that kind of motive in your mind, with that motivation in your mind like that, you are bound for success. Because when it comes to marketing, the number one reason why most people don't make it in marketing is because no one knows you exist. No one knows that you have an application out. And a lot of us are trying to do everything for the free, including myself. When I talk to you guys and tell you what to do and how to do it, I'm trying to give you the free way. So you got to appreciate that. Because once the money starts coming in, guys, I'm not going to take the freeway. See, the freeway, not to be confused with freeway or freeway, but the freeway is money expedites all processes. That's just how it works right now. And so, like I said, the freeway is the slow way. And, having an online marketing budget is the faster way. But, of course, it is important that you have some kind of product to sell. Now, let me give you a little bit of extra advice while we're here. When it really comes down to it, the cool thing about creating a product, about using AI to expedite the process of creating that product, is the simple fact that once you've created the product, you now know how to create the product. And that information is valuable. That know-how is valuable. And so, just like me, I've created 5 applications. I'm going to release them to the Google Play Store this week. And in so creating those applications, I'm also creating a course. And people think that using AI expedites the process drastically. No, it doesn't. You still need to come up with the information. The AI is really only good for texting and typing, right? It doesn't know all the minutia within what it is that you're doing. so it can get things wrong and you got to course correct. You still have to come up with the imagery, right? And you still have to come up with the questions and the lessons. Again, AI assists you, but it doesn't control everything. It doesn't do everything, okay? And so, those people who think that basically AI means no work, it's probably because they never worked with AI. It's just really that simple. But it does make it easier and faster than it would have been if you had done all the typing yourself. It does make it cheaper than if you had paid someone else to do that work. But again, let's go back to the subject. When you create things using AI, you now have created another way to do that thing, maybe a more efficient way, a faster way, a cleaner way, right? And you can sell that too. So just by getting into using AI and creating the things that you want to make or the things that people need, you are also creating another avenue which you can make money. So I'm almost at work now, and I'll be posting a little bit more. I'm going to chop this up a little bit, see how it goes. I forget what we started talking about in the beginning, but thank you for all listening, and I'll see you later.